So we've come into the marina this morning. We've been round all of this area trying to go to the marinas, the boat yards, and had no luck. They're just too expensive around here. It's such a nice area. We're still in Sapri, so we're staying in this little marina, €100 for 5 days, which is not bad. So we've got water, we've got electric. We can just get a few jobs done that we need to get done. So we'll be a little bit more set up for when we leave and go down south. So we'll show you what we get up to.
Alright, let's give it a little test. Okay, so that is dropping off a little bit. And then it's actually a lot harder than I thought it'd be. If I was to let that slack go, can I pull this up? Man, that is tight, but oh man, I don't even know if this is gonna be able to get to the top. Just simply because of how awkward it is.
It's not safe to go all the way up there.
I mean, it is, whatever I'm doing is working quite well. And I just keep pulling it in a little bit. Pull it and pull it. Pull, 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 pull. Until this is tight. Oh really? Okay. Go to that side and pull it from that side. Going underneath that bar might have made it too hard. Oh right. Okay, you know what? Explain what I was doing there. A loop, and I kind of wrapped it through a few times, then pulled it through, tightened it. As you can kind of see there, if I was to pull that through, it'd all come undone. This is basically a really effective way of, if you're by yourself, of getting up your mast. This is not the only option, by the way, this is just one of them, which I like the look of. So I just get to push it through, and then it won't come off. Push it, and then you have to kind of like loosen it a tad, push it through. So I'll show you what I done yesterday. We now have the boom vane on. So I've got these doing to the front track. We moved the front track. So this used to be down there, as you can see, but every time we were sailing and it would jibe, I had all my skin taken off the back of my arm because of it.
We're off to run some errands again. Off to the hardware shop. Don't push me over. Back to the shop that we always go in.
We got a harness because around here again. So we brought a harness. You may have seen my little setup I made, but as I was climbing, because there was no like center point fixed to me, I was just spinning and all the lines were kind of tightening on me just a little bit too much. So yeah, we've got a harness, only €35, so that should be, that's not too bad. And we've got 2 more cleats. The reason being
I just walked into a bush.
the reason being is that there's only 4 cleats on the boat, and well, at the back anyway, so we need way more like fixing points than that. And the way we've set up the track now, it means that I can adjust the boom from the top of the boat instead of from the back of the boat, and there's no cleat to fix it to. But yeah.
Oh, they actually have rice. We haven't seen rice yet. It's very expensive. Is it nice?
That's good.
So I just hold it loosely right now.
Yeah, all we got to do is take the slack.
I'm going to sit down because I'm scared I'm going to fall off.
Man, it's going to be a little bit harder than I thought, to be honest. And it's just annoying that I fall backwards like that. This harness though is pretty nice. I do like this harness. So I've got to loosen it, pull up, and give it slack. And I just keep doing that all the way up. So give that slack. Yeah. So all this setup was a total of £35. I see people talking about it, and I know the Bowman's chair, or what it's called, but is the real deal. But we just can't afford that. It's like the entire setup was crazy expensive. Just take that slack there. Yeah, tighten it. Just until you can't pull anymore. Ciao. Is she saying something to me? She's probably like, "You're mad English." Yeah, that's the one, Lou. Perfect. If I fall now, I ain't gonna go anywhere. Am I doing it again? Okay. Which step do I take now? I heard getting down's the hard part of it. What I'm not a fan of is that if there is a problem with one of these, how the hell am I supposed to give it loosen it? I actually didn't think about that. I need to sort that out in a second. Hope the wind doesn't pick up. I hope the wind doesn't pick up. That won't be fun. I know it's not. Shaking a little bit, not going right. This, I don't know how people go up those massive masts. He must be crazy. Not a massive fan of how this is looking right now. Right, that's the bit I really hope I drop, otherwise I'm fucked. Oh, yes. Huh? Sorry? Oh, thanks, Lily. Okay, let's see how going down is. Come on. Okay. And of course I've made it. Too far down. No. I like how you think I'm stuck and your first reaction is to laugh at me. Okay, give me some slack, Lily, just a little bit. That's it. Nice, perfect. Bit more. Bit more, bit more, bit more. Sweet. little bit more, my darling. Thank you. That's it. Perfect. Bit more. Perfect. A little bit more. Bit more. Oh, that's better. I'm just getting the worst wedgie anyone has ever on earth. I don't even want to show you what's happening down there.
That's not very clear.
Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. Okay, give me a bit more slackly. Bit more, keep going. Keep going. That's the one. Bit more. Nice. A bit more. She's actually taking completely all my weight here. Good job, Lulu. Okay, hold it there. That's it, a little bit more. Careful your hands. Come away from the metal, the bar a little bit. That's it. I'm on the wrong side of the pole, really, but hey, we did it, we did it, we did it. Now we have a topper lift. Hey, you know what, it's actually really tight right now down there. Woo! I'll just give you guys a little up-to-date kind of run of what we've been doing whilst we're here. I'm really chuffed with everything that's happened. It's been a massive learning lesson, understanding exactly how you rig up a boat, and we still know like barely anything of what we genuinely need to know. We obviously had some tough sailing times already. We made a good impact on the boat these last few days. The biggest one for me, actually no, the biggest one for Lou, this is because Lou couldn't stand it. The track used to be down the back here. I've got a little Hoover for 15 euros, by the way. Well, when it used to be down here, so when you were sitting here, it would if it jibed, it would just smack you, and it did. It took all the skin off my arm, and it just means that you can't relax if the head sail's up. Sorry, if your mainsail's up, you can't relax. You have to be like constantly on guard, seeing if the wind's coming from behind us, you're just so on edge. So moving that to here, I think gives us better control of it as well.
And it's not a trip hazard there anymore.
No, yeah, that is, yeah, it's a massive trip hazard. It was a massive trip hazard, and also it wasn't actually that secure. This wobbled around, and I could get like my fingertips just underneath there. So yeah, we put it back on here, and I've bolted it down, and it's sound. It's really, really sound. We are missing one of the stoppers. We've only got one of them, and I'm using a bolt, which I know is not great, but I'm using a bolt to stop it from the other side. I know that you're supposed to have like this block system going around here, but I don't entirely know how to set that up. And if I meet someone who can show me, or one of you guys can tell me, I'll change it. But for the meantime, it does exactly what we need to. I just wanted to get the lines out of the way. So they come up here, they come to this block, they run down underneath the mast, sorry, the boom, and it comes to that block there. So it goes from that end down to here, down to this block, to this block. I'm going to put a cleat just on the top here to attach it to, because we don't have any clutches yet to hold the lines and as a way of organising them, or any organising blocks. We don't have any of it, and we've tried to buy it around here, but they said the only place was Naples, which unfortunately is just out of our reach. Yeah, so we've got the fixing points down here. In the shop we were using these, but this has an extra thick plate underneath this, so the bolt here actually didn't reach all the way through, so I've had to put a bolt which is like that long going through here, just on this little metal hoop, which is surprisingly sound actually, going on to our boom vane, which goes there, which yeah, it's cool. I think this is supposed to go on the top bit, but would it make a difference? If anyone can tell me that, that'd be great. I don't know what to do with that. I don't want to cut it off there because I feel like what if I want to run it down there at some point, and there's not enough cleats here, so I don't know. But the thing I'm most proud about is the topper lift. Because we didn't have a topper lift, the boom actually collapsed down when we got last caught in a storm, because I was trying to reef, but because I forgot to hook up the mast onto the stay there, which is like a major pain because I have to climb on top, and it's actually quite high, and I have to lean over, hold onto the stay and hook it on. It was not the best in the world. So the biggest one for me was getting a topper lift on, and now we've got one, like as you just saw, putting it on. Oh my god, I am so chuffed about that. I am so chuffed. That harness is a beast. My little setup with my rope harness that I made probably wouldn't have been, I'm sure that could have led to something bad, but I didn't even use it. We got like a meter up and I quickly realized it was stupid. The harness was €35, so that's fine. But yeah, that's a big one for me. Getting this stuff done, it seems like nothing to someone who knows what it's like, but I don't know if it's like big steps, big baby steps for me. I'm proud of it. So I did mess around with the outboard for a little while. The issue, I didn't get it going, basically. But the issue is that it's so old, all the components were like broken or rusted. The previous owner had it working the last time we used it, but I think in that time, when we had it in the boatyard outside, and because he used it a while ago, he used to paddle all the time. And I think over that time, I think it's just, yeah, it's just aged. My bit of UV exposure, I don't know, but the links aren't there. There's some issues with the cam follower or something like that. It was no good. And also the pull cord system. There must have been something missing inside, because where the spring is, it's like all, there was just flakes of filings. There was filings all over it, which means that it's catching and it's rubbing on something. That's why it was sticking. But we had to loosen. Well, I had to loosen the screw a little bit, so just to kind of drop the pull cord system down. But in turn, that meant the spring could then come out of its place. So I checked all the carburetor. I checked the carburetor, and that was all okay. And when it does pull, I don't know why it's still not starting. I checked the spark plugs; they're fine. I don't know. I really can't tell you what's wrong with it. But I want a little Honda outboard anyway. I want something that I can trust and rely on. I don't want this outboard. So we're gonna have a little save up over the next few months, and we're gonna try and get one.